they affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
God bless everybody. You know, I thought I was done making videos for today because I made this first video, you know, dot connect in part 1. I'm really excited about where it's going to go and where I take it because I don't even know what I'm going to say next, okay? It's going to be just going with it and we're going to expose stuff. But, look, it's no secret that me and Negs have no love lost because stuff has happened and things happened and blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to stand up for this guy right now, and I'm going to look every person in the face that has said this to this guy, and I'm going to tell you that you're going to burn in hell forever. You're telling this man how long he should mourn his fucking dead son? You're going to tell the individual that lost his son how long he has to mourn. Look. This is the reprobate mind, and this is why I'm telling you right now, Negs, you should be in the Christian camp and just find Jesus, dude, because your son's there. I'm sure of it. And I'm telling you, these people are so fucking evil, they're going to burn in the lake of fire forever, and they're going to be conscious of every single word they said to you. Stay strong, Negs. Peace.
Let's start the fucking show, eh?
You're going to jail.
I will never leave YouTube.
I don't give a fuck about the fucking law. I'll beat your ass.
Don't come to my channel again. You will be banned.
I'll beat your ass.
You officially entered the wet panty zone.
Folks, let's turn it down. Let's turn it down a notch. Let's get nice and close, intimate, and interactive. How are you doing out there? Are you receiving my transmission? Am I coming through clearly? Can you hear me? Should I sing through a scale? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Hello? How you guys doing out there? So what's going on? What's going on? Drama everywhere, so let's all have a drink. Folks, that sounds like a great idea. Ice cold Heine, ready to go for tonight. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me for the first official drink of the evening. Early bird special, I like to call it. Oh yeah. There's nothing like breaking that seal, folks. It's been a warm one. I've been waiting for this all day. So we got a little bit of something. A lot of the cows have been kind of quiet though. I mean, there's been stuff going on, but for the most part, the cows have been pretty quiet. We got a lot of VONHELTON clips to cover tonight. Some stuff maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't. Maybe you haven't seen from this perspective. I don't know, but we got lots of little VONHELTON tidbits in there, from taking down diabolical weather machines with magic to... I want to thank Irv Ruined His Own Life. He captured... hang on, now we've been observing that the trivector of fail, the fucking mod squad over there, haven't really been hanging out and streaming. You know, J-Dub's been off doing his thing. Sam, I don't know what he's doing. Who cares, right? Who cares? But they haven't been streaming together. VONHELTON has been making some Facebook videos and Twitch, which for the most part are pretty uninteresting. But they did get together for one yet another round table of intellectualism, and I find it interesting. Now we know VONHELTON. We don't have to go. We don't have to digress and talk about VONHELTON's internet history with very young underage girls. Then there's an allegation in the heat of the moment fight, or in the heat of the moment, during a fight, I should say. Drunk Rick brings out allegations against J-Dub and a 15-year-old. Nah, it is what it is. I'm just bringing you the news, not saying one way or the other. And then I go back and I find an old video of Rick talking about a YouTube video about him and a 14-year-old at a hotel or some shit playing basketball, and he's got to make all these janky excuses for it. Well, then Sam, I guess, feeling compelled to join the group, not to be outdone, proceeds to tell a story about a 16-year-old that propositions him at a mall. You can't script this stuff. Of course, all of them being men of good conscience and character did nothing with any of these women, but I just found that really interesting. But that's not why J-Dubs removed the stream, folks. They started talking about a subject when he walked away and came back, and he was a little upset. I mean, for J-Dubs. I mean, it's kind of like saying, you know, it's like Jell-O getting warm. And I don't mean Jell-O shots. I mean actual Jell-O. I mean, that's, the guy's got the personality of a bowl of Jell-O, so... But he had, in his own way, a bit of a meltdown. So we'll take a look at that. What else we got cooking? We got some potent potions with Cobra, folks. Speaking of, before we get into all that, I have to say the new merch in Secular's dank den of merch is looking pretty good. I got some stuff. I got some pint glasses, folks. You're going to be so impressed. So impressed when you see this stuff. Beautiful. Beautiful. Those children in China must have... They're exquisite work. Who would have thought 12-year-olds could paint so well? But, folks, I think that's enough talking. I know what you guys are all here for, and I appreciate it. So, I'm going to give the people what they want. Let's kick it off. Low style.
Yeah, much love to the fans. I do what I does, what and things. Y'all know, for reals though, as I don't stop, won't stop, what and things. You know what I'm saying? For reals though, the greatest of all time, be me, what and things. You know, for reals though, the best ever, what and things. You know what I'm saying? As I push with all the fans, the one that done it all. You know what I'm saying? Be me, what and things. You know what I'm saying? The one too much for this world. Be me, what and things. As I don't quit, what and things. Lokes putting his hips into it, what and things. You know what I'm saying? Easily, you know, destroying them with them KO punches. You know what I'm saying? Catching them on their mistakes with them KO punches. As I don't stop, as I won't quit, what and things. You know, for reals though, defense so impetuous, they can't hit the Lokes nowhere. He be catching them with them KO punches. You know what I'm saying? Much love to the fans, much love to the women. You know, straight up though, the Lokes don't stop. He won't quit with things. He continue to push with all the fans with things. You know what I'm saying? For reals though, brutalizing them fuck boys within my KOs with things, catching them on their mistakes within my slap with things. You know, fans, it don't stop. God bless the fans as it don't quit. Chip. You know what I'm saying? For real, the Lokes still want to knock them out. Fans, it's never going to quit. God bless the fans. Chip.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey guys, Stuart Pitlow, the most targeted citizen. Been down for a few days. Been hurting bad. Today I think is the first day in 2 or 3 that I've actually even been out of the house. I've been suffering so terribly bad. Their attacks on me get stronger and stronger, harder and harder every day. I know I'm going in the right direction because I've never had people, a department, a program so determined to make me fail. No illusion that they're still going to be trying to target me when I get to my lake house. And I don't have any illusion about that. I know it's still going to happen. It's just going to be a little bit too obvious because I've already set the groundwork with this channel at this house for the hell that I've been going through. Just because I don't post it doesn't mean the same crap ain't happening, because it is daily. They put my whole family out the other night. Out cold. Here's something strange. My cat sleeps with me, and for 2 days, my cat and I have both had diarrhea. My cat and I have both had diarrhea. We sleep in the same bed together. My cat sleeps right beside me. He's my buddy. You tell me how a human and a cat, oh, you both had the same germ, you're using the same litter box. You know, there's always an explanation.
Folks, now this is a long rambling video, which we are not going to sit through. We're going to skip to the end because it's all just crazy babbling. I selected this video purely for this intro. Folks, he and the cat have diarrhea at the same time. What's your explanation? It must be God energy weapons. That's what they're using on him, folks. Now, I wanted to stop this too, because I've been taking a little bit of a deep dive on the people that actually follow this guy, the handful of people that actually support him. Now, you may ask yourself, are they as crazy? Oh, yes, and much worse. See, I think this guy's obviously got issues, but he posed it up. And you're like, well, why does he do it? Who's he fooling? Because there's people that really do believe this. Right? This stuff. And, oh my goodness. We are going to take a look at some of the people that follow him. Oh, there's this one lady from Oklahoma. Oh, goodness. She is like targeted citizen times 1,000,000. The rabbit hole is deep with these people. But the cat diarrhea, folks, let's just back that up one more time. Will you indulge me, please? I got to hear this story again. He says it with such straight face.
Out cold. Here's something strange. My cat sleeps with me, and for 2 days, my cat and I have both had diarrhea. My cat and I have both had diarrhea. We sleep in the same bed together. My cat sleeps right beside me. He's my buddy. You tell me how a human and a cat, oh, you both had the same germ, you're using the same litter box. You know, there's always an explanation. I need you guys, if you want to be safe for your home and your family, if you care and love about your family, you've got to be a historian. You have to know the past. Pretty disturbing things came out this week about our government and who they have decided are terrorists. Homeland Security just put out a new memo this week.
So anyways, he's being called a terrorist, he's being targeted, and him and the cat have the trots. They're both vying for the, I guess, alpha position at the cat box. That's the only thing I can think. Folks, let's just skip it. Because, I mean, this is all just, he cries about the government for a bunch. He gets back into crazy town around here-ish. And then, well, we'll take it from here. We'll give him a minute or two, folks.
Population in America.
The man's anus is hanging open like a wizard's sleeve. Let's give him a moment here.
America that actually knew the history. No one knows their rights, and then no one knows how great our country was. The first time in American history, according to the census, the white population has decreased. They're making us extinct in our own country.
Oh.
Now what? You can say, oh, the Mexicans, this is Mexican land. Well, it was Mexican land until we bought it for 15 million. Remember that? 1848, 1851, 1850.
And to be clear here, folks, he's not talking about countries necessarily. He means white people.
52, when we bought the lower south from Mexico, that happened. See, that's the history again. They're your replacements. They're here to take your job. Because you're not going to be here anymore. If you're affiliated with a church, you're number one on the hit list. See, they tested it on me first. So they're going to start noticing me with facial recognition. They know everything about you already. Everything. They type in your DNA frequency through your facial recognition, and they have the Bible about your life. They have the Encyclopedia Britannica about your life. They know it all. If you dare hang an American flag from your home, you are now considered a terrorist in your own country. Why would they wipe out the whites? Why would they do that? Because why would they do? Well, see, throughout history, although we're all human, our genes and our culture do different things. You see, the African American culture, the black culture in America is unfortunately shaped by ball players and gangster rappers. Now, there's a lot more better people.
Wow, that's deep.
In that part of life, but
that's deep. That's
the loudest ones are the ones
right from his porch, folks. That's basically, I mean, folks, if you're out there, in case you didn't know this, any African Americans in the chat, that your whole culture, your whole identity is basically being shaped by baseball players and or basketball players, of course, and gangster rap. He sounds a lot like VONHELTON. Wow. I actually didn't know he was going. I mean, I always assumed these were his feelings, but I mean, I didn't realize this was in here. This was just kind of a random treasure of sorts, folks, I guess. Wow.
To hate humanity, hate America, and they hate white people.
Oh, folks.
So they eliminate us because they know the greatest danger to a black person in America is another black person in America. Oh, so folks. You see, they're going to kill off all the whites in America first and lock us up. Okay. And let the blacks think they've taken control, and then the blacks will eventually kill themselves.
But they're actually protecting the whites because they are being sheltered from the violence. It's genius. And then when the smoke clears, all the whites come back out and we start breeding again. It's ingenious, actually. It's a masterful plan of sorts, I guess, in the imagination of this individual.
And the illegals that are here,
yep,
they're going to be cannon fodder. They're going to be the slaves, the worker bees that keeps everything running. With everyone in our military getting the jab, and if you didn't read last week, that China now has the DNA of 98% of Americans. Why does Chinese army, the Chinese Communist Party, need to have the DNA of Americans?
Got energy weapons, folks. That's the answer.
Weapons.
Oh, wow.
Microwave weapons.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
5G weapons that I've been telling you about. If you're watching this, you are an endangered species. Get on your hands and knees and pray. Ask God for forgiveness. Turn your heart around. And do not fear. God doesn't give us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind.
And he's talking to all the white people right now, just so we're clear, right? Like after that proclamation of what's to come, right? And what can you do as a fellow white person? Just pray to Jesus. Pray to Jesus.
It is coming. We are at the end. Whether the end is 10, 20, or 50 years, it's in this lifetime. You can't run. You can't hide. Doesn't matter how many arms you got put back. It doesn't matter how many preps you got. All you're doing is buying yourself time to the end. But America's fallen. And I will never praise that flag again.
All right, I see that. Listen, I understand there's people of varying degrees of understanding, so we're going to slow this way down because I think the main message here is getting lost on people. Yes, folks, listen, the whole thing has been a hoax. Everything across the world, they've coordinated. This has been really nothing more than a DNA grab. You thought you were getting you know what. Speaking of which, I got my second one today. Feeling fine. I'm feeling fine, folks. I haven't grown any fucking third tits or tails or anything like that. But folks, obviously, this was because we know Biden's in with China, right? And Mitch McConnell, they work under the... See, it come out, Lindsey Graham's been sucking up to Biden, and I think behind the scene, Mitch McConnell, you know, because of the Chinese connection, that's all I'm going to say about that. But this whole thing has just been to sell. They're tagging you. They're selling your DNA. That's what it's been. Welcome to the woke side, folks.
I love you. Jesus loves you. Pray for me. Pray for my family. Pray for your perps. Always pray in Jesus' name. Have a good day.
We'll be right back after these messages.
America! don't give a fuck. Yeah. YouTube. YouTubers, it's your boy King Cobra back at it with another video. Check this out. YouTube, this is the official Potion Time glass featured on my Teespring, King Cobra's Fang. I ordered this merch about 2 weeks ago and I finally got it. So worth the wait. YouTube, you can't tell me that's sick. One Potion Time glass from my Teespring. That's most definitely what's up. It came with like a barcode of some sort that you'd scan with like a cashier's kind of scanner, but I took that off and washed it off. But check this out, YouTube. This is freaking sweet, dude. You want to get yours? Check it out, the Teespring, baby. Link description box below. Want to get some beer, I'll drink out of it. Fuck, I'll drink some water out of it right now. Who gives a shit? I don't need alcohol to drink out of it. The water nice and cold. Like I said, I don't need beer to drink out of it. The first drink out of the new potion glass. Check that out, YouTube. That's pretty sweet. Potion time, baby. That's what's up. That's pretty sweet, YouTube. Get yourself a Potion Time mug, man. Add that to your collection. It's a great way to support the channel and get yourself a badass drink combo mixing glass. Look at that. That is sexy, YouTube. Brand spanking new out of the box. You know you want one. Yes. Excuse me.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey kids, it's me, it's your mom, your beautiful mom. Beautiful and cool mom, the perfect mother, because Jesus, the perfect father, and I'm the perfect mother. So, for those of you who have been following me for a long time, I read this verse to you before, but not in the same context, because again, you were also still asleep, because as I read those scriptures to you, I was slowly in my awakening, because the bride was placed in a deep sleep as God was molding her and transforming her. And so it is with you, my children. And I'm just going to say this again one time, because now I have more and more new followers every day. So in today's lesson, I'm going to teach you and reveal to you how Jerusalem, you see, because these people...
All right, well, to address Hogtie, I'm not sure when I'll make it to Alberta. I have no particular plans of going to Alberta, ever. But I will say this, both syphilis and COVID is no danger to me, because I've actually had enough STDs and done enough drugs in my youth that my immune system is... no virus wants anything to do with me. Folks, a little bit of Tila, just a shot of Tila. We're going to skip through this, as you know, because if nothing else, I always like to show how her videos progressively get louder, right? She starts out at one volume and ends up at 10 times the volume by the end. But it's interesting because now it seems she has turned her attention from, quote, the blacks, and now she is going after the Jews, basically telling them that she is Israel, not them, and yada yada yada. And she's crazy. She's crazy. It's the same bullshit. But we'll skip through this and we will monitor how loud she gets by the end, folks. It's a game I like to play. Let's get into it.
These people who claim to be Jews or the Hebrew Israelites, or some groups of black people who are so adamant that they're the Jews, or the from Jerusalem. But listen, I'm putting you all to shame, because Jerusalem was originally a Gentile woman, who's me, okay? I'm going to show you the scriptures for that, so hold on. Okay, so we are back, and so, you know, people are always like, oh, Jerusalem, we're the Hebrew Israelites, or we're the Jews. First of all, the 12 tribes of Israel.
It's a combination of filter. There's a screenshot for you, boys. There you go, folks. Anyways, what was I saying? Anyways, in my research, no, but it's a combination of filter, right, to blur the lines, but then it's also just like a ton of makeup. Like just an absolute grotesque amount of makeup that she has caked on herself for this presentation. Boys, there it is.
The true Israel are scattered. Even as I preach this word, we are scattered all over the world. The Isaac's sons, the Anglo-Saxons came from, you know, some of y'all came from Isaac's sons, which are the white people. And the Shem, it's Asian people. That's why all the churches were to Asia. So these are all the lost tribes because we're scattered all over the world, and they have no idea they are the chosen 12 tribes of Israel. And because Satan has blinded your eyes, so you think, oh, we're not Jews, and then Satan has programmed you to hate your own people. Okay, Shemitic are Asiatic races, the Shemites, and Anglo-Saxons or Isaac's sons, Saxons, and of course the black people are from Canaanites, Egyptians, Cush, Ham, the descendants of Ham. But they're always lying and lying because they think nobody knows the truth. We're going to keep lying and nobody will ever know. But too bad for you because the bride of Christ is here. So right now I'm going to tell you, read you I read you this before, but I'll read it again because now you're awake to the truth. Okay, so Jerusalem was a Gentile born in the...
See, she's cranking it up. Jerusalem is, she is...
land of Canaanites. So, on the day you were born, your cord was not cut, nor were you washed with water to make you clean. See how I told you when I tried to go to church in California, they did not baptize me in water. That Canaanite Baal worshiping church pretending to worship
I'm just
Jesus.
a nice little man.
I went there, you know, seeking the Lord because
Shani needs money, donated $2. Gary, please attack her for me, and also I need money for Coke Zero and DoorDash. Hurry up and eat another table, you cuck bitch. Mama's hangry.
Someone's hot in the kitchen. Just saying. Thank you very much.
Put a calling in my heart, and I knew the Lord was seeking me. So I went all the way back to California in Babylon, and they did not offer baptism service because you cannot enter into heaven unless you are born again and baptized in water. So the Lord told me actually it was good that they did not baptize me because then the charges against me would have been worse. Because after you give your life to the Lord and you get baptized and you are...
Let's put it out to the people. I want the people to vote on this. Let's have an official tally here. How many people think that this crazy bitch's got dentures? That her days of hard drug abuse, her teeth, her real teeth have been long gone? Who out there thinking that she's slipping on dentures, smacking all the time?
Still living in an abomination, you get charged worse than before. So during all that crazy time, you know, I did not get baptized. So it did not count against me. I did not get baptized until I came back to Houston and I was pregnant with Annabelle. I got baptized while I was pregnant. So that was when my slate was washed clean. So everything prior that happened to that moment was wiped clean. Okay? So let me continue about Jerusalem, the Gentile queen. So listen, on the day you were born, your cord was not cut, nor were you washed with water to make you clean, nor were you rubbed with salt or wrapped in cloths. No one looked on you with pity or had compassion enough to do any of these things for you. Rather, you were thrown out into the open fields, for on the day you were born, you were despised. See, that's me. Then, so this was all happening, and, you know, I was still a baby Christian. And then, so the Lord passed by me again as I started maturing, because even God the Father is not, you know, immoral or sexually immoral or just immoral in general. Like how you have all made him to be with many wives and marrying his little children. Even he waited for me to mature before he married me, the wife. So the Lord says, then I passed by and saw you kicking about in your blood. And as you lay there in your blood, I said to you, live. I made you grow like a plant of the field.
Is anybody like tracking decibels on this? Because she's definitely getting loud. Let's skip up a little bit, folks. Because it's the same old crazy. It's the same old crazy over and over again here.
Thick. You became very beautiful and rose to be a queen. And your fame spread among the nations on account of your beauty, because the splendor I had given you made your beauty perfect, declares the sovereign Lord. And then after that, it trails off into how I became the adulterous wife. But this is in the past when I didn't know, that's why it takes a while for the bride to finally become cleansed and washed with the reading of the word, because I only got baptized in 2018, 19, 20, 21, 20, I keep thinking it's 22. So it's only been 3 years all this happened. So every year these events would happen to me. But anyway, so y'all seen this, okay? So the point is, to everyone out there who's claiming you're a Jew or Hebrew Israelite, oh, Jerusalem this, Jerusalem that. Jerusalem in the Bible, if you go back to Ezekiel 16, it tells you who Jerusalem is, where she originally came from. It didn't say, Jerusalem, you were born Hebrew. Jerusalem, you were born in the land of Israel. It said, Jerusalem, you were born in the land of Canaanites. Your mother was Amorite, your father a Hittite. So that's me, Jerusalem, the Gentile Queen Esther, who then became the glorious bride of Jesus Christ. That's why there's no more Jew or Gentile in Christ, because Jesus is a Jew, I'm a Gentile, but now we're all one, because it's complete now. Salvation has been brought to the Jews and the Gentiles through me, the new covenant. All right, guys?
We'll be right back after these messages. If you haven't got a cup of coffee in you yet, or a Mountain Dew, or something with, something to revitalize you, early in the mornings, if you're opposed to drinking carbonated soda or coffee, what you could do is drink the pickle juice out of a pickle jar of a morning. You're instantly awake. Trust me on that. It works. I've tried it. It works. So if you want to wake up and you don't want to, you don't want a lot of soda in you or whatever, drink the pickle juice jar, the pickle juice out of the pickle juice jar. You'll be awake just like that.
Because I'm sure the announcer was liberal too,
Yeah. Hey Vaughn, what about the Titanic?
Well, I already did a video on the Titanic. The Titanic was we now know, we have evidence now that the Titanic was not an iceberg, it was a bomb. There was a weakened spot on one side of the ship, and someone exploited that weak side of that ship and blew that up and killed all the Rockefeller and Rothschild's opposition. How convenient is that, huh?
So,
Ms. Parker, I've been checking out that chick you give me a link to. She's fucking wackadoo. She's got some interesting ideas on viruses. We'll have to check her out sometime.
You're saying that there was a somebody who was going to expose the fucking Rockefellers on the Titanic, and they got sucked.
There was enough. Okay, listen. There was enough rich people on the Titanic to have stopped their one world government, their new world order bullshit. Okay, they had to be eliminated, because if they had come back to America, they would have stopped any plans that the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and Morgans and Carnegies and Warburg, the 13 families, these other rich people had the financial ability to stop any plans that they intended to make. And they knew it, so they had to die.
Well, so it's funny that you mentioned that, Vaughn, because after the Titanic, it was 1912, I believe, around there.
And 1913 is when Jekyll Island happened and when the Federal Reserve happened. That's correct.
Yep, isn't that funny?
Right. No, it's not funny. It's by design. All the Rockefeller and Rothschild's enemies are dead, and so now they're free to go forward with the Jekyll Island shit. The Federal Reserve shit. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All the families that were on board are not dead. All the families that were against the idea are all dead, thanks to the Titanic.
Vaughn, do you have any more updates?
And yes, goddammit, you are a cop. Holy shit.
Oh, that guy right there, yeah.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Okay, folks. So time for something just a little different, just a little bit, just a little bit. And this is someone that I don't intend to cover at all. And some of you know who this is. This is Truthfully Trisha. Yes, she is the infamous Truthfully Trisha that was on Dr. Phil. And she is all about the drama. We could do video upon video on the flaws of Truthfully Trisha. But that's not actually why we're here today with this particular video. The reason that I'm doing this video, because it's kind of interesting. Now, if you'll remember, on the last stream, I believe that we got together for, I had played from a previous Weirdo Wonderland, where I didn't dox him publicly, but I figured out a troll that was talking shit on my comment section, and I called him live and confronted him. And I just thought it was kind of interesting. Now, again, Truthfully Trisha, she's has a long list of cons, right? Like, she is an absolute drama queen, and we could go on and on and on. But again, that's not the purpose of this video. I have to say, the very little that I've actually watched of her, there are times where she's actually pretty fucking funny when she trolls. She has a couple shticks that are actually pretty funny, like when she does like this call-in dating thing. And she puts on these characters and trolls people. It's actually pretty funny. And in this particular stream that she did just the other day, she put out a call-in number for all the people that hate her to call and tell her why they hate her. Now, we're not going to watch all of this. I just know that within the first 10 minutes, there's some very angry person that phones in, and I found it entertaining, and I just wanted to share it with you. Let's just a little bit, just the tip, folks.
Really good.
We'll skip up here a bit.
Why would you want to strike me? Hello there, 60s flower child. The phone line is now open. If you or someone you know has been negatively affected by online drama, if you are delusional like I was, if you've given up your husband, if you've given up your animals, if you've given up your home, and you need help, I'll help you along the way. Oh, we got our first caller. This is Robin. Yes, dear, what's your complaint today?
Thank God you have one during the day. You know I still fucking hate you. You're nasty.
Why?
Trisha, you're still nasty.
Can you give me an example? Hold on a second, Robin. Robin, stop. Just shut up a minute. Robin, shut up a minute and let me speak. I want to have... Robin, shut up or I'll hang up. Shut up or I'll hang up. Okay, time's up. Listen, if you want to call into my show and have a real grievance, this is how we do it. Call me up, tell me what your problem is, and give me a chance to speak. Don't start screaming at me. Give me a chance to find out what the real problem is, and let's work together a solution. You calling me up, screaming at me, does not help me get to another place. Constructive criticism is good communication. Good communication brings peace. But it's very obvious that some of you are struggling with some severe issues, and I'm here to help you. If this face bothers you so much that you can't sleep at night, you were put on an antidepressant, or you have PTSD from watching me, I think you need a professional. I'm not a professional. I'm just a YouTube vlogger. I have PTSD, but that was from trauma. Not because I didn't like someone on the internet and I've watched them and followed them and they reminded me of dog shit. I don't watch what I don't like. And that's what I'm saying. So if you're going to call up, I will listen to you and I will not talk over you. But if you start disrespecting me and calling me names, I will hang up on you. So this is it. Hi, I'm Truthfully Trisha. A few years ago, I was a really ugly person, but now I'm clean. If you check out my Instagram, hi Johnny. If you check out my Instagram, you can see I took a bath today. Oh, did I take a bath? One of the most cleansing baths I've ever taken. And yeah, I filmed it. And it looks great on OnlyFans. But needless to say, I'm neither here or there. Here's where I am. And I just wanted to say that if you really want to talk to me, you can call me. But just show some decency.
To accept, press 1.
Hello, and thank you for calling Truthfully Trisha Complaint Line. How can I help you?
It's a grievance call, right?
What's your definition of grievance, my dear?
I don't know, that's what you said.
Well, can you tell me what your definition of grievance is? How have I wronged you personally, Robin? How have I wrongfully how have I hurt you?
Because you lie about people. That's why.
What kind of people?
I'm not going to say who. You know who you screwed over.
The trolls? Internet trolls and avatars that can hospitalize you if you let them know that you see that you really shouldn't see and talk about?
What the hell are you talking about, Avatar? I didn't say nothing about Avatar, Trisha.
Well, I talk to screen names. They're not real.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's not here to defend himself. He shouldn't talk about Jesus like that. Is Jesus your Lord and Savior? Have you accepted Jesus into your heart?
You're going to sit there and talk about the Bible and you broken all fucking 10 commandments? Are you fucking stupid?
I have not broken all 10 commandments. Hey,
Oh,
Siri.
yes, the fuck you have. Oh,
Hey,
Trisha,
Siri.
you have.
Can you
You
read for us the
have.
10? Hi, can you read for us the 10 commandments?
So don't sit there and throw Bible shit at me when you break the 10 commandments and you've broken all 10 of them, you bitch.
Oh no, let's see. Hold on. I want to. Hey, Siri. Can you read for me the 10 commandments? All of a sudden, I feel like Moses up in here. Let's see if it shows it. Oh, I can see YouTube on here. Can't play this video, of course not.
Let's skip ahead.
Dang, this should work. Hold on.
Okay.
Here we go. This is Bible Tales for Adults. We're going to drink and watch a Bible story because I got accused of... Okay, let me start all over. Hi, friends. It is me, Truthfully Trisha. Welcome to my channel. Get your Sunday afternoon drink. Frozen wine. I got accused of breaking the 10 commandments. So one of the things about correcting your behavior is learning from it. So today our lesson is going to be about the 10 commandments. And we're going to talk about it. If you got kicked out of a Bible study like I did for showing my glitter tits, God made me. God made me.
We'll be right back after these messages. Sir, that woman is extremely dangerous. Yes, she is. She's extremely dangerous. Tiffany Moser, folks, for those of you who don't know, is a member of the online terrorist group known as the Honor Network, H-O-N-R. They are a terrorist network owned and operated by Lenny Posner, a man who claimed to have lost a child at Sandy Hook. Now you say, well, Vaughn, what is that, what's that all about? Well, the thing of it is, Lenny Posner made millions off of Sandy Hook. And he kind of wants to hang on to the money. So anybody that disagrees with Sandy Hook or anybody that has a question about Sandy Hook, he destroys their lives. Now, currently, Mr. Posner is hiding out allegedly somewhere in Florida, last I heard. Or he might have moved to Georgia by now. I don't know. But he...
Just for the record, Vaughn is completely full of bullshit and is spinning this stuff so hard it's crazy. So Lenny Posner is not, quote, hiding out. And he did not go after just random people that spoke out against, that raised questions about Sandy Hook and destroyed their lives. No, what happened was there was these idiots like Helpig and a bunch of people, a minority, thankfully, in the communities, but still a very vocal community that was demanding people dig up their dead kids and prove to them, show them the bodies that their kids actually died. They harassed this man, and he took down YouTube channels that were showing pictures of his dead child. He ended up winning a lawsuit in excess of like $600,000 or something like that. I can't remember exactly. That's what happened. Just so we're clear. Anyways.
Keeps moving. Now you say, well, he was the one that was responsible for getting Alex Jones kicked off.
No, he keeps getting harassed relentlessly by these quack jobs on the internet that demand he dig up the body of his dead son. Like, just think about that for a second. Like, there's nothing wrong with about asking questions, because that's how they always like to frame it. Oh, we're just asking questions. No, it's one thing to ask questions, but just what if you're wrong? Day in and day out, you are tormenting the families of these murder victims, demanding that they dig up they all have this weird, I've talked about this with people, they all have this weird necro fantasy morbid obsession with seeing the bodies. It's fucking gross.
Media. Yes, he was. At least in part. But the interesting thing about it is that he literally has an online terrorist organization called the Honor Network, and Tiffany Moser, Doug McGuire, and Aaron Gray are the members of this terrorist group. And what they do, they go around all over the internet, be it Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, whatever social media platform you might be on. And if you disagree with Sandy Hook in any way, they make your life a living hell. They will threaten you with bodily harm. They will send packages to your mail. They will try to bust up your marriage. They'll call CPS to come and steal your children. All kinds of cool shit like that. Because that's what they do. They're terrorists. All right. Tiffany Moser and Aaron Gray are actual haters of mine directly. And Tiffany Moser worked in collusion with the Frost family to put a video up on YouTube, supposedly of my house being trashed. The problem is that it was a staged event, and my eldest daughter confirmed that it was a staged event. Oops. Of course, that doesn't stop them from spreading this video all over the internet, though, right? No, of course not. Of course not. Do I think Sandy Hook was fake? Fake as a $3 bill. Show me one autopsy from Sandy Hook. One. Go ahead. I'll wait. Show me an autopsy.
So VONHELTON, of course, makes a number of logical fallacies. But of course, he believes that unless you can prove his presupposition that is based in nothing but speculation and suspicion, largely it's an argument from ignorance. It's just things he doesn't... All his things he's going to list right now are an argument from ignorance. Because he's never seen an autopsy report. He's never seen a body. He is just going to make some random wild claim, and it's up to everybody else to prove it to him. This motherfucker, this sack of jelly, this mashed potato hobbit living in a trailer in his mom's backyard. Think about this, folks. A toothless vampire living in the hills of Kentucky in his mother's backyard, obsessed with wacky conspiracy theories. You can't script it, folks. Please thumbs up the video.
Show me an obituary column.
Oh, we got more of this hangout too. This live stream coming up later.
Go ahead. Yeah. I'm waiting. Show it to me. Maybe you could explain why there's 2 dead state troopers involved with Sandy Hook's investigation. 2 of them. Dead. Under mysterious circumstances, no less. Why? Please show me any DNA evidence that proves that children actually died of Sandy Hook. I'll wait. I mean, we got DNA shit now, right? So it should be easy to prove. Just exhume a body, get the DNA sample off of it, rebury it, and put it out there for everybody, give it to an independent research facility and let them put it out there as fact.
Right, folks. You don't mind. Let's just put yourself in the parent's shoes. Like, you don't mind paying out of your pocket just to satisfy the morbid, sick interests of some fucking incels on the internet. I mean, you don't mind right after, just a few years after burying your child that was the victim of a heinous murder, of digging that up and just swabbing off a DNA sample, sending it off to a third party out of your own pocket. You wouldn't mind that, would you? That's not unreasonable.
Oh, we can't do that? Why? Why not? Why not? Yeah, Sandy Hook is fake as hell. And Lenny Posner made millions off the suffering of other people. That's not cool. Even if you believe that children really did die at Sandy Hook, Lenny Posner's still a piece of shit. He made millions of dollars off of the suffering of other people, whether real or imagined.
And by suffering, of course, some of the people that I've named were that literally, this helping guy was literally making books, taking donations from people who believe that he was perpetuating the idea that this was all a hoax, an inside job, and was literally making a living off harassing the families of these victims. They went to court. They ruled in favor of Posner. He was paid out. That's the truth. So that's the people's lives. Yeah, he stopped them from making money off his dead child. What a horrible piece of shit Lenny Posner is. Wow.
He's a piece of shit. Which is why he's on the run. Now you say, well, Von, is he on the run because of you or Alex Jones or somebody of that nature? No. Lenny Posner's not in hiding because of me or Alex Jones. Lenny Posner's in hiding because of his own people that live in that community, that know he's full of shit. And they want him bad. They want him really bad. And so he's been on the run for quite some time. See, the people that actually live there knew that building had been condemned for years. They knew that school building had been condemned for years. And they know that Lenny Posner is a fraud and that he made millions of dollars. They know it. And so they want his ass. And so Lenny's been on the run ever since. Like I said, last known location of Lenny Posner was somewhere in Florida. But it's possible he may have moved to Georgia by now. Not sure, to be honest. Don't really give a damn. Because no matter how you slice it, like I said, even if you believe children really did die at Sandy Hook, Lenny Posner's still a piece of shit. And he's got a lot of explaining to do, how he made millions of dollars off of the suffering of other people, right? And then, like I said, you got 2 dead state troopers. That shit needs to be explained. And how is it that Hillary Clinton is somehow involved in all this shit? What's that all about, Alfie?
Of course. Of course, Vaughn doesn't...
It seems like anytime there's death involved, the Clintons are somewhere around.
Of course, Vaughn he's not actually going to explain this to you or show any kind of evidence of this. He's read this somewhere, that a Clinton aide was... Actually, I think he brings that up here in a minute, but he never actually sources any evidence to back up these claims. But these claims have been around and debunked. I mean, I remember back, oh man, if you guys were back in the old days when the few of us got together and we did the memorial, the anniversary of the Sandy Hook, and a whole bunch of these truthers were all proud of themselves because they put together a documentary that they were releasing, right? And we did a stream, and man, it got fucking crunk. Shit got crunk over that, man. There was a lot of hate in those comments, man. It was, it got fucking real.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, they're sick and twisted motherfuckers, dude. I'm telling you. They're sick and twisted motherfuckers. But here's the thing. Whether I agree that children died on Sandy Hook or not is my right. It is my right to freedom of speech. Lenny Posner does not have the right to send goons out all over the internet, harassing the fuck out of people and destroying people's lives. People have lost their jobs. These haters, these terrorists, have gotten people fired from their jobs. They've gotten their marriages destroyed. They've gotten their children taken by CPS. Their entire lives fucking ruined forever simply because they dared to disagree about Sandy Hook. Even though there is overwhelming information by a Democrat, no less, that Sandy Hook is a complete and utter fraud. I'll remind you, folks, the person that started investigating this was a former aide to Hillary Clinton. He's a Democrat. Not a Republican, not a conservative, and certainly not a conspiracy theorist. He's not a conspiracy theorist. Sorry. I forget his name right offhand. There are other Sandy Hook parents. Are they lying too? Well, they got up on stage and laughed. Do people normally laugh when their children die? I don't think so. I don't think so. I know if my child died, I sure as fuck wouldn't be in front of a camera laughing about it, right? Yeah, I wouldn't be laughing about that shit. So maybe you can explain that. You know, and allegedly, we have found a crisis actor association that allegedly hired some of these people to be crisis actors in that event. Now, why, if the event is real, why do you have hired crisis actors there? Huh? Why? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm asking for a friend, right? You sound to me like you, you're one, like, are you Doug McGuire? Are you Tiffany Moser? Are you Aaron Gray? These terrorists that work for Lenny Posner? Because you sound like you are. Is that what you are, George Sanford, 1963? Are you a fucking internet terrorist? Do I need to permaban your fucking ass? Do I? But like I said, even if you do believe children died at Sandy Hook, Leslie Posner is still a piece of shit. He has an online terrorist organization that has ruined people's lives forever. And he's made millions off of the suffering of others. So he still is a piece of shit. Whether children died at Sandy Hook or not is irrelevant. Lenny Posner is still a piece of shit, and he needs to stand trial for what he's done. Right? But yeah, Tiffany Moser was given pictures of my home by Marcia Frost and Millie Frost. Those pictures were then given to Ronnie Ray Frost's mother, who then in turn gave the pictures to Tiffany Moser, who took the pictures and made a video about it, made the pictures into a video, and then posted it all over YouTube, Daily Motion, Live Leak, all over the place, claiming that my house was a wreck. Thankfully, I have a sworn affidavit from my eldest daughter where she was coerced to assist in making the mess, and she was told to write on the wall, "I am hungry," which she did. And then they took pictures of it and plastered it all over the internet. So, Vaughn, where were you? I was sick in bed, shivering. I don't know if you've ever had that. It ain't fun. It ain't fun.
Folks, he had the bad shakes. So, he was bad sick with the shakes, folks.
But yeah, Tiffany Moser's a real piece of work. And Agent 19 is now currently hanging out with Tiffany Moser and Baby Jane. Baby Jane is another one of my haters. She's her other name is Mrs. Anonymous Dick. She was one of the ones that tried to get me in trouble, tried to accuse me of being a pedophile. Thankfully, Blog TV had the unedited logs, because they literally doctored the video and the logs to make it look like I was asking for nude pictures of a minor.
Absolutely not true. And Von Helton has yet to this day been able to provide this supposed email from Blog TV that cleared his name. That isn't at all what happened. But that's a story for another day, folks.
Which, as you all know, was a felony. Alright, the fact is, though, Blog TV confirmed that that is not the case, that I never asked for nude pictures of anyone. Whether they're 13, 15, 17, or 31, I never asked for nude pictures at all. What I did ask for was for an ID and for a proof of identification. That's what I did ask for. But anyways, enough said about that shit.
We'll be right back after these messages.
You with the multiple girlfriends during COVID-19.
Oh, well, now everybody's heard about the word.
Yeah, like you know bigotry. Fuck you, Gen Z. I'd be hitting that puss if you had the balls to invite me to your party.
Fuck you if you don't think that I'm a good person. You are a liar.
I don't really know why I'm single. Because I know how to cook. But if I mention I live in a homeless shelter and want to date you, no, the women are going to be hypocrites and the dudes are going to be misogynists.
I would be a great dad. Don't even dare scrunch your face at me.
Well, everybody's heard about the word.
Lick my dick, haters. Gen Z, be my girlfriend.
I know I just got out of Kalispell stabilization. I was there for 2 weeks, and I was at Foothills for 2 weeks. But they fucked up. They said I would have a place to live at the Oxford House, and I had to do an interview. I've been sleeping on the street. I'm seeing all the sluttiness around the Ryler, and it's all over Friday and Saturday nights in Spokane. But they don't want to save my life. They don't want to, like, sleep with me. They're age-gapping with all these millennial dudes, these Zoomer chicks. They're age-gapping with the baby boomers. They're age-gapping with Generation X. But they don't want to save my life from suicide. I don't understand. They're usually so nice and generous and cool and kind. But these hot women don't want to save my fucking life after I preached age gap love for 5 years between Generation X and Generation Z. And now it's mainstream on Post Street and all over this town. But you guys just leave me stranded here like a dumb motherfucker thinking you don't have any fucking love. The problem is you. The problem is you. I love you, but I hate you because you're beautiful and you're attractive with those nice fucking thick thighs, that intelligence, that beauty, that charm, that wit, that candor. But you women don't give a fuck about me. You're just a bunch of bougie assholes that go with the guys with the car and the money and the credit cards. We're talking about how you're socialist or communist or anarchist. Bullshit. Save my life from suicide because I have to go to stabilization tonight because I've been sitting here crying as none of these women have given a damn about me in Spokane. You make me wish I was dead. Save my life from suicide.
We'll be right back after these messages.
And now, Deep Thoughts by Justin, Emo Howling Wolf.
Hello everyone, Emo Howling Wolf here.
My ad revenue is down 47%, assholes! You're watching it in a drama dome, and you're not watching it on my fucking channel, you idiot! You're fucking me! You're fucking me! You're fucking me! Bullshit!
Good night. Alright, I'm making the video response to Jim the Trucker. Jim the Trucker, you're a fucking scumbag. Why don't you take your fucking truck and drive it into the side of a fucking mountain? Why don't you do us all a favor? I've been deliberately attacked by Gary. If you're too stupid to see it, you're a fucking idiot. It's not a poor me attitude. I have every right to defend myself, you low-life fucking scumbag truck driver, you fucking piece of shit. I have no right to defend myself on YouTube. How dare you, Jim? How fucking dare you? It's not a pity party. Every video that Gary's done on me, it's slander, it's bullying, it's belittling me. If you're a fucking moron and you can't see it, you're a stupid asshole. Don't come to my channel again. You will be banned. Do you understand me? Because it's not a poor me attitude. Fuck you, Jim! Fuck you! Fuck you and fuck you and fuck you! One of my videos are non-productive or not, it's none of your goddamn cocksucking motherfucking business! Go hang out with the scumbags in 10th Man's room, and Jeffrey's room, and Tammy Linden's room, and all the other rooms that like to make fun of me, you fucking scumbag, because it's not a poor me situation. You're like all the other sheep. You're too fucking blind to see what's really going on, you fucking piece of shit. Get off my channel!
We'll be right back after these messages. Because the real dramatization, folks, is that they're not just going to fall down dead all nice and clean in their three-piece suits. What's going to happen is they're going to start vomiting up blood. There's going to be bleeding out.
So this is a precursor to the next video, both captured and up on Dragon Jim's channel, folks. I apologize, Dragon Jim. I forgot to grab the link. Maybe if Lusty's out there and she has a moment. If not, that's okay. But folks, these videos are from Dragon Jim, folks. Please thumbs up the video. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. All that good YouTube stuff.
Out the ears, bleeding out the eyes. Their hair. They're going to grab their hair and pull out big wads of hair.
Wait a minute.
It's going to be sickening.
Are you literally receiving this right now from your ESP, whatever, that when you received it? Is this what you're receiving as some sort of a clairvoyant message?
Possibly. Why?
Because I want to know if it's from you or if, from what you call your gods.
It could very well be from the gods, yeah.
All right, because that's what my rabbi said. He said,
well, now listen to me clearly, because I'm telling you what I perceive is going to be. They're just.
Well, my rabbi literally said this. He said people will be bleeding out of their eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. I told Sam, what part of me and your rabbi are like this? Do you not get? We're literally like this.
Some of it. No.
He is a Kabbalist Jew. I am an eclectic pagan, and we are literally on the same page. Literally on the same page. Not figuratively, not maybe, not kind of. We're literally on the same page, telling people the same thing. And when you got two diverse religious beliefs telling you the same damn thing, you better wake the fuck up, people. Fred, before it got, well, just as it was getting to Cuba, busted that fucker up. And now they're going to try and reform the son of a bitch again in the Gulf. Well, no, you're not going to succeed in reforming Fred in the Gulf. I will see to that. But the thing of it is, they got Grace out here, and then they got this fucking piece of shit out here up north of Grace. This big ass shit up here. Then they got a nasty one out here on the west side of Mexico. Sorry, Mexico, I'm not duty bound to protect you. Sorry. You know, my duty is to protect the United States. Anyway, I don't think it poses a threat to Mexico anyway, though, really.
Why do you do only the United States and not Mexico?
Because I'm duty bound to protect my country, dude. I mean, hello. I'm ex-military.
I didn't know that.
You forgot I was ex-military, right? Yeah.
Are you like a chief priest of just the American country, or?
I'm just, I you know, I served in the U.S. military, and I swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. All right.
I get that as an American, but your religion. So your religion also. I'm
Well,
just
I
asking
mean,
questions. Your religion.
dude, I'm one person. I can't possibly protect the entire fucking place. You know, if they send a hurricane to Mexico, America, Europe, and Chile all at the same goddamn time, I'm only going to be able to save one, and I'm going to save the United States. Okay, sorry, that's just the way it goes. I mean, I'm one guy, right? You know, the gods have not made me a demigod just yet. Okay, but the thing that pisses me off is that now they got Grace out here, and they got this nasty motherfucker up here north of Cuba, whatever the fuck that damn thing is, this big ass thing up here. And then they got nasty shit up here.
Nasty little cunt over there,
yeah. And then they got nasty shit over Dallas and El Paso over here. And they got, like I said, they got this nasty shit over here to the west of Mexico. This is getting old, man. It's getting fucking old. It really is getting fucking old. I'm getting tired of these goddamn weather weapons.
Don't you do realize there's like 12 hurricanes every year that happen, isn't it?
Yeah. And like I said, the vast majority are man-made. They're artificial. They're not real. They're not real, bro. Trust me. They're not.
Now their argument will say is that they make these hurricanes so they don't naturally happen big. They make little ones so they don't become gigantic. You ever heard?
No, dude. Most of these motherfuckers they make end up being Cat 5s anyway. See, you got what it is, man. You got all this cold. You got cold pressure systems out here outside of the Gulf area, right? And as soon as it works its way towards the Gulf, it hits that warm air. As soon as it hits that fucking warm air, it builds up steam and starts rotating into a fucking hurricane, and then nails us here in the States and does, buku damage, all kinds of loss of life.
Speaking of nailing, man, I would love to just bend over that cutie over the corner there and nail him.
No, we're not here for that right now.
Sorry, I don't mean to give up nothing.
I mean, I agree with you. It's been a while since I've had a female companion. But anyway, man, my point is, and thank you for the levity, because I probably do need it, because I'm probably being way too serious. But hey, this is the 11th goddamn motherfucking hurricane. Fred makes number 11. If I haven't lost count, which is entirely possible, I may have. But I mean, this is ridiculous, man. This is fucking ridiculous. And anybody
by alphabet, right? So F G.
Yeah,
that's like 12 right there. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Right. Like I said, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. So they called it grace for a reason, obviously. So how about we have a little grace, whoever you are, and you bust up grace, so that I don't have to. Because if I have to bust up grace, I'm going to find your fucking weather machine. I'm done goofing. I'm done playing. And like I said, I don't give a fuck if you're American, German, Russian, Chinese. I don't give a fuck who you are at this point. I'm tired. I really am just tired of busting these fuckers up.
Step up and
they need to step up and just stop this shit. Okay, this is unnecessary. It is totally fucking unnecessary. And they need, and not only that, but what kind of impact are they having on the wildlife, on the sea life, and all the property damage?
These cunts think they're environmentalists. They're destroying the environment. Yeah,
and they're destroying the environment. That's the irony of the whole goddamn thing. And hi, OTC, I saw you. And anybody else, I don't know if you're out there, Krista. If you are, hi. A lot of times I don't get Krista's messages, unfortunately. Facebook. Sometimes Facebook will put the messages in Streamlabs, and sometimes they won't. I don't know why they do it that way, but whatever. But anyway, I just wanted to send a message in the hopes that whoever is doing all this fucking weather shit, you need to chill the fuck out, dude. Because frankly, this is getting ridiculous. It just is. But I'm serious as a fucking heart attack. If you don't bust up Grace, I'm going to find your goddamn weather weapon. And I'm not going to give a fuck who you are. I'm going to find your weather weapon. I'm going to smash it to a smithereens. Because I really am at that point where I've just had it. I've just had it, man. I'm at that point. And I don't, I enjoy, at first it was fun busting up these fucking hurricanes and shit. And it gave me something to do. And I thought it was really cool. And, all the usual blah, blah, blah. But at this point, after the 11th fucking hurricane, it's like, man, fuck this noise. All right. So yeah, we're going to watch Grace with great interest. And I'm going to make sure Fred doesn't reform. Okay. I will make sure Fred does not reform. Because obviously I don't want it to form into a damn Cat 5 hurricane. Yeah, we're gonna make sure Fred stays busted up if we can. Now, to be quite honest with you, I don't know if it's going to reform. I don't think it will, but the lady did give it as a possibility, so I'm gonna have to keep my eyes on Fred too, because I already busted up Fred over Cuba. Yeah, I got to keep the eyes on Freddie. Fred. Yeah. But now Grace is something I'm going to watch as well, because if Grace busts up and goes away, then all will be forgiven. But if Grace comes on, if Grace ends up approximately where Fred is now, just past Cuba, if Grace ends up about to Cuba, I'll bust her up too. I don't give a shit. But then I'm going to find your weather machine and we'll smash it. Okay, I'm just going to smash the motherfucker. Because this is ridiculous, man. Look at this fucking shit. Look at all this nasty shit, man. This is ridiculous. What the fuck's the matter with you people? Are you bored? Do you have nothing better to do?
Yeah, they want to destroy the world. They want to kill people.
Yeah, I mean, this is retarded. It's just fucking retarded. But yeah, good old Grace
what's the
out
practical reason behind this, right? Is to hurt people,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, I know it is. But it's just, I was sleeping, and I hear a thunderstorm out my door. Literally, it's literally thunderstorming outside right now in Kentucky because of the bullshit that they've launched. Look at all that. Look how far up high some of these reds and blacks go. They go up right up into my state, Kentucky. Look at it.
Yeah,
See that?
yeah.
See it? You can barely see it. It's barely audible.
Zoom,
But
fast forward the video, see if you get a little better picture.
She's not going to go up to. Ooh, yeah. See, look how much bigger it got over Kentucky. Look how big that fucker is over Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's about a third of the size of my goddamn state. Quit this stupid shit, dummies. The Weather Channel. I went on the Weather Channel. Weather Channel says I can expect thunderstorms for the next 8 to 10 days. Holy fuck! No, fuck that noise. I don't need thunderstorms 8 to 10 days. There'll be massive flooding here in Kentucky if that happens. So no, we got to stop this stupid shit. And, and I mean what I say, if you don't bust up Grace about Cuba or just shy of Cuba, I'm going to find your weather weapon. I'm going to smash the fuck out of it because I've had enough. I've literally. We'll be right back after these messages. We'll be right back after these messages.
Let me do a quick little Bond rip for you, baby. Fucking. But anyway, Dick Weasel. Fucking. Yeah, you are. Fucking fuckers. Fucker. Fucking shit. Fucking motherfucker. Fucking. Fuck a virgin. Fuck a whore. Fuck them. Fuck you after you had your fucking affair. Motherfuckers. Fucking stepbrother. Did you tell your fucking audience that? Motherfucker. Fucking whore. And what the fuck? Fucking working my ass off for you. Fucking motherfucker. Fucking true. Fucking, you stupid fuck. So I want to talk about something that people who have BPD does. And it's I guess, a toxic behavior in non-toxic behavior, depending on what side you're on, that we go through, it is caused by drama, or not drama, I mean trauma. It's caused by trauma. It could be caused by drama, actually, because drama can cause trauma. And basically what it is when we get into this black and white thinking, like, you could be ultra really, really good, or you can be ultra really, really, really evil. And you can see certain responses that you've seen of me that are very negative, and I use words like never, they've never loved me, they never cared for me, you know, stuff like that. And it's not something I can help. It's part of my mental illness, and a lot of us suffer from it. It's just a symptom I have to go through. But sometimes it's hard to recognize when you're in a state of trauma. I apologize when I get into that line of thinking. I'm not in my right mind. I'm having flashbacks, and I'm under emotional distress, and it actually happens right before I black out, so it's not a good thing, because I need to be in a calm, stable environment at all times, so I don't get traumatized. I also have CPTSD, which has similar symptoms to that, so I apologize if anyone's offended by that. It's something I'm working on, and it's very hard to work on, but, you know, therapy, you know what I mean? So anyway, peace and Maranatha. I hope I educated you about something that I do that's kind of toxic, that I don't like about myself, but at the same time, I gotta give myself grace because I can't help it. Bye.
We'll be right back after these messages. Sorry, I'm going to get a big fat check from the government every month. And there's not a damn thing the trolls, the haters, CPS, fucking idiots down here, nobody's going to be the frost. Nobody's going to be able to prevent me from getting that income. That'll be steady income as long as the Democrats are in power. Isn't that neat? Yes, Biden is clearly incompetent. However, I will take the free money. I'm not going to turn down free money, guys. That would be pretty fucking stupid of me, don't you think? Especially when you have Clay County doing their level best to drain me dry of every single financial resource I have. Sending me all over the state of Kentucky on stupid little things. You know, go here, go there. You know, and everywhere you go down here is thousands of miles away. Oh, you got to do this in Lexington. You got to do this in London. You got to do this in Corbin or McKee or Berea or, you know, whatever. You know, it's always thousands of miles out of the way. Always. And literally draining dry my daddy's money. Okay. I had a sizable chunk of daddy's money. And Clay County literally drained it dry by not establishing my disability and my SSI. And by cutting off my food stamps and Jerry's money, I was forced to use my dad's money, which is supposed to be emergency money only, to actually live on. I literally had to use that money to live on.
Well, I think that would constitute as an emergency. I mean, if it's an emergency fund. Now, let's be clear here, folks. When he says his, quote, daddy's money that he received, that's not what happened. And he's explained this. His mother received the money, and Vaughn just feels entitled to it. So during a brief period when he had control of the bank card, you remember back when he was like buying $600 worth of lottery tickets down at the fucking Town and Country or whatever the fuck it's called, convenience store. So it's actually his mom's money. He just feels that he is entitled to a large portion of it, because in his diluted, twisted comic book version of reality, it's his daddy's money. And we all know how he feels about his daddy compared to his mom. We don't have to follow that trail. Not tonight, folks.
And then as that money dwindled down to nothing, well, then that made things really, really bad for me, didn't it? But that's okay, because that's another thing that's going to be dealt with here locally soon too. Because they did not have no right to do that to me. Okay, that's totally wrong. And I may bring that up in the meeting today. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not going to refuse free money, right? I mean, if they're going to cut me a check, I mean, let me show it to you again. I mean, they sent a lot.
Look, I just want to say for the record, I hate that phrase "free money," because no matter who's saying it, there's no such thing as free money. Someone is paying for that money, Vaughn, just not you. So yes, technically to you, it's free money. But guaranteed, that money came from somewhere. It didn't come out of fucking Joe Biden's pocket, I'll tell you that much.
The interesting thing, though, they sent a bunch of my money through direct deposit, but now this one didn't get sent by direct deposit. Why, I do not know. I do not know, but whatever. Yeah. Sounds like a winner to me, man. Sounds like a winner to me. Oh, I bet CPS is going to be... When I tell CPS this morning in our meeting that I'm going to be getting $3,500 from the Biden administration for life, they're going to die. They're going to absolutely fucking cry. I can't wait to see the expression on their fucking faces. You know why? Because the fucking trolls on YouTube told CPS to tell the court that since I didn't have...
So I'm not up to speed with exactly what's going on with the Biden bucks versus, because I know he just did his taxes versus, child tax credits, which he shouldn't probably even be entitled to unless they're like, it's retrobated back to last year. I don't know. I don't know enough about... I don't even live in the U.S., so I don't even care. But I'll guarantee you that what he has got is something to do with a one-time payout. But he has it in his head that the Biden administration, who he completely hates, has just set him up with, $3,600 a month. He actually thinks that's reasonable. Where he got any of that idea from, other than just that he got a check, I have no idea. But this is Von Helton's world, folks.
No income, they were going to take my kids away. Bitches, I got income now. $3,500 every month from the Biden administration. Isn't that amazing? More than enough to take care of it. $3,600 annually, not monthly. Well, I don't know. It's not, that's... But it's not, and it can't be, dude. $3,600 annually isn't what? That's what, $10? Come on, it's not that fucking low. Use your goddamn brain. Let me see what that is, just out of curiosity. $3,600 a year. $3,600 a year divided by what? 12 months, right? That's only $3 a month, dude. Can you live on $3 a month? Can you take care of a child on $3 a month? No, you cannot.
Yes, this is how bad Von Helton's math is, folks.
So obviously it's a misprint, isn't it? $3,600 a year isn't no fucking money at all. It's $3. Can you live on $3? No, you cannot. Okay, so obviously that's a misprint. $3,600 a year is no fucking money at all. 36,000 might be. Maybe it's 36,000. But it sure as fuck ain't no 3,600. That's $3. That's $3 fucking dollars. Let's see, 36,000. Yeah, that's $3,000 a month, right? See, that's more like it. It's $360 a month. 3,600 a year is $360 a month. What? Where are you getting that? You divide 3,600 by 12. There's 12 months in a year. It's not no 360 a month, dude. Oh, goddamn. Okay, 360 a month. 360 times 12. 360 a month times 12 is $4,320 a month. Or a year. So you're wrong. Sorry. Your math is way off.
Yeah, not like $3.
Your math is way off. Sorry about your luck.
Yeah, it's about $300. And listen, I want to be absolutely clear here. Von Helton does not demonstrate that this has anything to do with any kind of monthly payment or anything to do with that. We don't even know exactly. It's something, either a child tax credit or something to do with his taxes, or, you know, some stimulus relief, or they owed him some back money. I don't know exactly, because he doesn't even know. This is not broken down into any kind of annual payment anyways, right? It doesn't matter. But even if it was, let's follow that for a second. Let's follow it through. Even if it was. Now, without having kids, not paying rent, having most of your bills covered, I can see him receiving about $300 a month in assistance with EBT plus maybe a little bit of actual money, $150, something like that. Because that's kind of what he was getting before the kids. But I don't even want to think that's it. I don't even think this is any kind of breakdown of, like, I don't know where he's getting, if not social assistance, then where is it coming from? You know, again, Biden's not just writing him checks every month. Lunacy, folks, lunacy.
See, I suck at math, but even I know how to use a fucking calculator. Get down. Get down, pest. God. Why are you being such a pest this morning, dude? Seriously. Yeah, $3,600, man, a year. That's no money. That's $3. You gonna live on $3? I can't. I can't live on $3. I Amazon order. Thursday the 19th. All right. Coming in tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it's possible. Depending. Again, I don't know the circumstances because not even Von Helton knows. He's just holding up a piece of paper and saying he's got money. But if it's a case that it has something to do with support for the children, he definitely could be potentially committing fraud here by taking the money. But I don't know if it's back. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't even know. All I know is he's, you know, once again, Biden to the rescue for Von Helton. You know, this month, I don't want to make it political, but just from where Von Helton sits, Biden has done more directly for Von Helton than his hero Trump ever did. And I'm not saying one's better than the other or anything. I'm not starting. I'm just saying, from Von's perspective, I just find that interesting. And remind Von of that, please. Let him know that every moment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure anyone can, you know, 3,600 times, or 360 times 12, man. You know.
Right, looks like we got Joshua out there in the comment section. Shalom. I like that. Temple, prayer, menorah, dove. I like that. That's a nice little, we'll keep that up there. If you want to join the show, Christians, Muslims, Pagans, and Jews, there's a link to get in. Of course, we do have a website, PayPal. We want to help out in the website.
All right, I'm going to turn that down because he's fucking, oh God, I don't know what's going on there. Anyways, so we're just going to skim through this. We're not going to spend much time, but this is the stream that J-Dubs took down. So this was the reunion of the triad of fail, J-Dubs, Sam, and Von Helton. And of course, Sam's voice drives me absolutely nuts, so I'm not going to listen to much of it. In the middle-ish is where they get weird about the 16-year-old. Thought it was important to cover that just to round out, you know, the Chomo nest over here. They each have their own little incident that they felt compelled to get off their chest and tell in public for some reason. And then towards the end is where Mr. J-Dubs here gets a little pissy, cuts the stream down. So let's skip it up here a little bit. So they're talking about the Saturday Night Live guy who's got a bunch of shit going on right now with some 15-year-old. And of course, that look at that profile, folks. Right there. That lumbar support. He's got the fucking slope of a... Anyways, I can't even say it, but look at that belt. It's clinging on for dear life. It's digging into the flesh right there, folks. We actually have... Look at that. Wow. Well, that's worth watching from. Let's just take it from here.
But yeah, I got...
Well, this has nothing to do with controversial issues, but you just pay attention to how many...
I'll give you all the attention you need. You just got to come into the room, or find a way to New York, and you'll never be without attention anymore. There you go. Go ahead, Sammy. What were you saying?
I'm saying there's a whole rash of really powerful earthquakes that have hit the whole entire planet over the past week. And just this morning, there was a big one in Haiti.
Yeah, I saw that. You posted on your Facebook. Yeah, I saw it.
And, so there's a...
Oh, God, that audio's crisp. Anyways, let's move it up a little bit. Oh, Fawn looks intrigued.
Let me get it over here. Take this one. Over here. Over here. Budweiser beer in the presence of NBC SNL employees. The suit state there.
All right, this is where they're getting warmed up. They start frothing at the mouth, talking about these Chomo allegations. And of course, it brings up the reminiscent memories and.
Pardon me.
Really good looking, even but she was.
Here we go.
Because there were 15, 16-year-old girls I knew in high school that were, begging the history teacher who was in his.
All right. So he's making a justification here. Let's back it up, because you're going to think, oh, he's talking about when he was in high school. Let's back this up a little bit, folks. Indulge me.
Yeah, I mean, they could. That's the best kind of euphemism they could find for the expression.
I guess.
They could say something. They could figure something else just to write instead of that.
And I would have just used fingers. I mean,
yeah.
But anyway, one stunned partygoer responded, "Are you fucking serious?" But apparently did nothing to stop it, the suit alleged. For the rest of high school, the teen became depressed, regularly self-medicated with dissociative drugs, and was later hospitalized, according to the suit. Okay, now wait a minute. This guy is contacting her via the internet. And she could have banned this son of a bitch anytime she wanted, but she didn't. Why? See, that's the part I'm not getting. He was contacting her via the internet. She could have blocked him.
You notice how they're spinning the blame onto the young 15-year-old in this alleged case that's going on. You notice how they start shifting that blame over to the victim. I just thought this was interesting.
Banned him. I mean, this mobile device here, granted, I'm no pro at these mobile devices, but I can tell you right now, this mobile device is some pretty awesome shit. I can block, ban, I can do all kinds of cool shit to their trolls and haters.
Yeah.
So why didn't she?
It was, I think, to a certain extent, even though she's a minor, it was.
She could have blocked him, dude, at any time. Why didn't she?
It's like some sort of
psychological warfare or some shit.
No, there was. How do you say that?
Stockholm syndrome.
No, they were complicit. It was
complicit. Yeah.
Not complicit. Not just complicit. There was some sort of a sick relationship going on over there. Because I recall, even when I was in high school, there were some girls in high school that were at that age that wanted to go with guys in their 20s or late 20s or even their 30s. And I was saying to myself, how do those guys get away with that? Because there were 15, 16-year-old girls I knew in high school that were, begging the history teacher, who was in his 40s, and he was a Vietnam vet Air Force pilot. I don't know if he was a Marine pilot or an Air Force pilot, but he flew combat missions in Vietnam. And while he was a history teacher at my high school, he was banging the high school girls at 15, 16 years old.
He's still dropping bombs, if you know what I mean.
Well, you know what? It's like, a lot of guys get away with that because these girls are looking for older guys.
Mm-hmm.
You notice how they've shifted the burden onto the victim, right? Well, why didn't this teenage girl just block him on social media? It would have all just stopped, right? And now they're actually making a case justifying, well, you know, a lot of these young girls are out there looking for it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Huh. And then the stories come out, folks. When they get comfortable enough.
She was underage, therefore she was coerced and felt compelled to continue.
No, well, I got a story to tell. Remember the story I told you about this porn star that became really famous in the porn industry in America? And when I was living in Tucson, I was working in the mall with Israelis, selling Dead Sea products, whatever, at the booths there. Well, before all the mess with the whatever. Yeah. And she came up to me, and she was, really good looking, but she was 16, and she told me she was 16. She was wearing this kind of like, what do you call it, tube top with jean jacket and jean pants, and her whole midriff was showing, whatever. She was tall. Sure. I'll show you a picture of her, just so you know who I'm talking about. She was 16 at the time. 1 second. And I was in my mid-20s.
Was she going into the porn?
Oh, here, let me just dig into my pictures. Now, to be clear, folks, I believe the picture he shows she's an adult. But this is fucking creepy shit, dude.
I don't know, was she this?
Like, who would even tell a story like that? Like, this is...
Before, no,
it's like he's bragging, right?
Got away from home. She was a runaway. Can you share my screen? I just have a picture of her.
All right, share the screen. I will share it once you get it.
I had it. Share my screen.
You gotta share your screen. You don't see it.
I don't see it.
Okay, 1 minute.
You gotta hit the share screen button there, buddy.
Yeah, we gotta see it.
I don't see shit.
Wait.
I'm not seeing shit.
All right, there he goes. There's Sammy's screen.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is the girl, Amy.
All right, she looks all right.
Amy Reed. But she told that's not her real name. She told me her real name, which was a Ukrainian-sounding name.
All right.
Anyway, but she's
standing in front of a movie awards.
She probably had the best snatch in 09 or something. Who knows?
Yeah, it's the porn awards. It's the porn awards there.
Porn awards. Oh,
yeah. Porn. She's she won a lot of porn trophies, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the story is like she ran away from home. Her father was also a military, a vet, who met her mother in Germany while he was in the service. And so she claims she's from.
No, she was an adult in the picture. He's claiming that this woman approached him when she was 16 in the mall.
In Germany, she was born there in the military. She was like a military brat. But anyway, she ran away from home. Could have been she was being abused at home. But anyway, she had a guy in the mall that she was seeing, and he was a convict. He was like fresh out of prison, all right? And so I'm standing there, and she comes up to me. I don't know. I think she thought I was good looking or attractive to her. And she goes to me after we talked for a while. She goes to me, "I don't have sex with everyone." It's like she was coming on to me, and she told me I'm 16, but nobody has to know. You know, and at this point, I was like, she's really good looking. She looks older than her age. But
it's very unusual for the woman to actually come up and.
Well, that's because obviously there was abuse there.
Yeah. She was looking for somebody.
Or she could have been a setup to put him in trouble.
You notice that Sam's making all these rationalizations. Well, she was older than she looked, and his biggest. If I let this continue on, his biggest hindrance to taking her up on the offer is that, as he stated before, she had a boyfriend that worked in the same mall that was a convict. So, of course, he was dangerous. I mean, who knows what it was for? Or if any of the story is even real. It could have just been some 16-year-old that I don't even want to venture what the true story is. But, yeah, isn't it interesting? So even Sam has his own story. So each of them have a story that they felt compelled to get off their chest involving either a 14, 15, or 16-year-old. Now, to be fair to J-Dubs, that was an accusation by Drunk Rick. But still, Each of them have a story. Folks, please thumbs up the stream. But let's go to the end where he steps away, and they're talking about Andrew Cuomo and how he killed all those senior citizens in the nursing home. And when J-Dubs comes back, he's not too happy about the topic. So let's play it towards the end here.
Hey, but just recently, over the past recent decades, starting from the 90s to the 2000s to now to the 2010s, and now the 20s to the 2020s. It's like 40 years.
Yeah, can you believe it's almost been a generation, bro? I mean, isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy, ain't it?
And they still refuse.
And they still refuse, yeah. They're still hard-hearted.
Anti-Semitism in America now, and New York being crippled. New York turning into a
dude, and people
New York
are living
turning.
New York.
It's a shell of what it used to be.
I just read an article just the other day where people are leaving New York because of the whole Cuomo thing. They're all leaving New York because they're scared to death of getting somebody worse than Cuomo in his place.
Yeah.
But see, the Democrats are in control of every fucking thing now. So they put somebody in Cuomo's place that's even worse than he was. And he killed how many elderly people in the nursing homes? And never even batted a fucking eye about it? Not even batting an eye about it. To this day, Sam, he is completely unrepentant about all them senior citizens he killed.
And guess what? That Dr. Zelenko, the guy that actually treated Trump, and cured Trump.
Yeah. Why do I gotta come back and hear this?
We're not using the language. We're not using the terms. We're not using the words. We're not talking about it directly, specifically. We're avoiding the key words.
Sam.
Well, they don't like you talking about Trump either, so.
You can't do it, Sam. I can't have you on the show anymore, Sam. I just can't. You can't.
Trigger words.
You're talking about Trump being cured by the doctor, and we all know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, well, is that what YouTube is going to take offense to something?
You're going to get this is it. The channel's gone now. There's only one flag left, man.
Dude, YouTube hates Trump. They hate the C
I gotta
word.
delete the video. We were doing so good. Now I gotta delete the video. That's what I'm saying.
You gotta go into the editor and
I can't edit. Even when I edit, it still goes.
Really?
It still fucking goes. Yes, it still fucking goes.
What do you mean so?
That's why I say.
Notice how upset he is about this, but was completely fine with the whole 16-year-old situation earlier. I just wanted to point that out.
You don't say it, and you can't. Why can't we have it?
You privatize the video, you put it in the editor, and you chop it up. That's what I did with mine. That's what I did with mine.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Want to talk about it? Talk about it. Don't
I mean, I was avoiding key phrases. I wasn't using the terminology.
Whatever.
Just to talk about.
Why can't you just talk it? Why you gotta talk about it though? Why you gotta talk about it? Why?
Well, it is.
It's to talk about.
Well, that's the main point to talk about. I mean, if I was talking about a Cuomo and the old age home and all the seniors being allowed to die,
all right,
what's that a reference to? So
you can't talk about it.
What were they dying of?
Can't talk about it, man. That's it. I want to fucking talk about other shit, man. I want to talk about other shit.
We weren't
talking about other shit.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh, folks, we got a tobacco situation, the finest quality in all of Eastern Pennsylvania. Sprinkle that tobacco, click it up, and then you've got yourself a Red Rollies.
It's a Red Rollie right there. It's a perfect cigarette.
Let's check out some individual reviews. Don't forget to drink plenty of water.
Get behind me, Satan.
Red Rollies.
I was a rainbow girl, not going back into the Mason shit. Yeah, they're fucking
Rainbow girl. What does that mean?
She was their slave.
Damn. Okay. I get it. Bless you.
Rev needs to cleanse her from his mind.
Who? Oh! Yes. Yeah, that's happened. That happened. Don't worry.
Why would you want to rub that in Shani's face, Jason? Not cool.
Rub what?
Another chick.
I'm not rubbing or nothing or nothing. Shanny can talk about anything she wants, right?
A man's place is at your feet, Shanny. No. A man's place is by my shoulder because we're equals.
I agree. Adam and Eve.
Dynavape is the best vape ever. Cheap and... I disagree.
What's the brand? What is
C-Cell is the best vape. C-Cell vapes.
Mm-hmm.
They last forever. And they hold a hell of a punch.
C-Cell, the shit. Would you sponsor a C-Cell? Hashtag C-Cell. Get one today. Jason Avocado says it that way.
I broke up with my girl after 8 years and we have a kid. I had a lot of the same problems you guys deal with. It's not something you get past overnight.
Right.
No.
Exactly.
Guys, come on. You wouldn't want people to in between your relationship. Rev is grown. He can make his own decisions. Thank you.
That's correct. Thank you. That's correct.
Oh, the women are getting on you. See, I told you women don't like this shit. Shouldn't ever talk about an ex-chick in a happy relationship. It's disrespectful. Women don't like it. Like I've been saying.
Okay.
If it was any other woman, she wouldn't be with you because of it. Because they don't like that shit.
I know the battles in my life to choose. I have one name for you folks. Greg Beltime. Do you know how many times I've
His
had
name is Greg Beltime, and he's the only one who
Beltime.
And he's the only one who fucking brings it up.
No.
You just brought it up.
No, you bring up his Pringle can dick.
No, you bring up his Pringle can dick.
You do. You have in the past a lot.
No, I haven't. You bring it up because you're just constantly obsessed over it for some reason.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm done. I just love my wife. I love you.
My man's place is standing over me holding the leash attached to my collar.
What? No.
She's submissive.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. At all. It's horrible. Abuse to women. Fuck that.
If you have respect for your wife, you gain a happy life.
Yeah. Exactly.
You don't get nagged.
Who made that up?
Women.
Man, that's good. Huh?
Women.
Women made that up?
Yeah.
That saying?
This time, Jason brought it up. He always brings it up.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Always.
I told him it once, and I think it made him insecure.
No. People could probably see my dick flopping around in this video. I have no problem in dick size. I'm happy.
That's why he brings it up. I told you. That's why he's even laughing about it.
Well, that would be the...
See, I told you. It makes him feel insecure. That's why he keeps bringing this stupid dude up. And it's like... That's awesome, Muppet Vaughn.
To be honest, I think it's a beautiful story that you tell about him, to be honest. I like the story.
But I'm over it, Jason.
Yeah, I know. It's a non-issue to me, too.
I like women that dominate me. That's my fetish, and I get very strong dom vibes from you, Shani. I know these things.
Well, what are you, Shani? A dom? You're a switch.
I'm a switch.
You're a switch, exactly. I figured right, folks. I figured right.
I'm a switch.
Shani be a switch.
Depends on what the partner wants. You want me submissive? You want me to dominate you?
You're hot as fuck, I know that. Somebody gets a prize if they knew what that sound was that they just heard. You get a prize of some sort from Reverend Dude.
I'm just an alpha female.
Hey, Faith, we love you. Faith, I hope you had a good Christmas, and bless you. In Jesus' name, I bless you.
That's right, Muppet Von Helton. The dude would not be concerned about his floppage. He would accept whatever the universe gave him.
Jesus Christ. No, the dude would not want negative. Hey, The dude would not want negative propaganda about the little dude, man. Can I get a fucking witness? I have an average dick. My dick looks like David Bowie.
Love me.
I have a David Bowie
Love me.
penis.
Make love to me. Love me.
Oh my God, blue velvet. Ooh. Mommy! Holy shit.
Oh,
Such a crazy.
he made me watch that movie, Blue
Great
Velvet,
movie.
and it disturbed me to the core.
I know, but it's artistic.
I hate David Lynch.
Sorry.
He is a freak of nature.
I love David Lynch.
You ever see an Eraserhead? That will disturb you as a woman and your children.
Lost Highway. Better.
Ugh.
Lost Highway. It's my favorite Lynch movie. Lost Highway is my favorite Lynch movie. Definitely.
That's right, Traj, dude.
Hey, Traj.
Shut.
What's up, Traj?
Shut.
Hey, Traj, how's the fucking harassment going? Are they like laying off now?
No. They were being bitches to him the other day.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm not going to go through Vaughn's creepy underage girl thing. So this is Von Helton's most recent offering from Twitch, folks. We saw a taste of it earlier. He does go on about COVID and shit, so I'm going to skip through a lot of that. But I think there might be some nuggets in here. So enjoy the ride. We're going to have a little look-see into what Von Helton's been up to lately. Apparently he has the door closed for some reason. We don't know why. He's there by himself. But folks, if you're just joining, please thumbs up the stream. Subscribe if you haven't. That's about it. Let's go.
Did not call it and I was right video because A, I did not look up the last number I did, number one, and number two, because I don't know. I don't feel comfortable considering it an I was right video, to be quite honest, because the loss of life is huge. Potentially 100 million people in India are going to die. Many of those 100 million people are already dead. Hundreds of thousands of people in Europe could potentially die within the next 2 years. Now, here in the United States, it's kind of interesting because here in the United States, there's only several, like say 10, 20,000 here in the States, which I find ridiculous because if there's hundreds of thousands in Europe, there has to be hundreds of thousands here in the States because the United States is damn near double the size of Europe. But enough said about that. The point is that I believe the media here in the United States is lowballing these numbers on purpose. And why, I do not know, because it would actually be to their advantage to quote the real numbers. But whatever. Okay, now, having said that, I'm going to give you the information. And then I'm going to discuss it a little bit, probably. As some of you may or may not be aware, I was an orderly for 14 years and an EMT for 5 years. Plus, I spent several years volunteering in hospitals and other medical establishments. All right, so I have quite the dossier when it comes to the medical field. Now, let me make it abundantly clear that I am using my medical opinion, which I am more than within my right to do. There will be people that will not approve, not agree. I don't give a flying fuck about your opinion. Until you've cleaned bedpans like I have, until you've given meds like I have, until you've handled patients weighing 300 to 500 pounds like I have by yourself on third shift, then you can talk. If you have not done those things, you have absolutely no right to say one fucking word to me. Are we clear? When you stick your hand in what used to be someone's chest and there is blood and guts everywhere, then you can talk to me. Until then, you don't have a right to say one fucking word to me. Are we clear? When someone's body parts are over there, over there, over there, and back there, then you can talk to me. Until then, you can't say one fucking word to me. Now, have we gotten this shit all cleaned up now? Does everybody not understand what the fuck is coming out of my mouth? Because I'm sick to death of these assholes who think they know more about what I've done than I do. That really pisses me off. And I think people that do shit like that need to have their accounts permabanned on the spot. But, of course, social media being what it is, they kowtow to terrorists, and then the content creators get the shaft. Now, having gotten that out of the way, I'm going to bring this up, and we're going to discuss it. First, I'm going to read the article, or at least read part of it. Then we will discuss it. And I don't want to hear some smarmy fucking YouTube troll who thinks they know more than fucking actual people that do the job get off, start with their stupid smarmy comments and their stupid quasi laughter, which isn't even real laughter. Any moron can tell it's contrived. I'm so sick of that shit that I want to vomit, both literally and theoretically. Anyway, let me bring this up. Former Pfizer employee shows documentation of graphene oxide in COVID-19 vaccines. July 28, 2021. So this is actually an older article. Notice that I had to go on an alternate browser to get this. I could not get it on Chrome. Isn't that interesting how I wasn't able to bring this article up on Chrome? That's amazing, isn't it? I want to read the very first thing this woman says out of her mouth. When I read the quote, when I read this information, I didn't know a woman could cry as hard as I cried. These are bioweapons. These are bioweapons.
All right, so apparently there's some documentation that has some substance in this. Of course, it's not like other chemists can't actually test this to see what's in it, right? It's not like as other countries are using these vaccines, like Canada, for example, that we don't have scientists actually testing to make sure, it's not poison or that it's not, before they distribute to the people. It's like nobody else is like, they all think it's like one dude that worked on it, right? But anyways, this is a bunch of boring fucking COVID shit. Let's move up.
Interesting, is it not? So you better hope to God that if you do get on a plane, that the pilot didn't get the jab. Especially 2 years from now. Because it's been about 2 years since the people in India got the jab. Well, Jivan, what happened to the people in India? Oh, they started coughing up blood and falling down dead. That's what happened to them. And India has called for Bill and Melinda Gates to be brought to the country for questioning. And I hope they get them.
Well, we're going to skip through some
I
of
hope
this
they get them.
conspiracy shit.
Yeah, 100% flat earth, motherfuckers. That's right. Like I said, even if you believe children really did die at Sandy Hook,
so we watched this chunk here. I'm just going to skip it up. Oh, he's feeding his face again. Go from here.
Let me see where we at here. All right. Let us move along here. Former Pfizer VP answers Reuters fact checker a pack of lies. And there he is. Get him, dog.
Former Pfizer VP answers Reuters fact checker a pack of lies. Former Pfizer Vice President and Chief Science Officer Michael Yeadon today told America's frontline doctors that a Reuters fact checker article calling his statements misinformation is, quote, a mixture of straw men and sheer invention, unquote, saying the Reuters article was, quote, well worth rebutting, unquote. This is not the first time Reuters has tried to discredit Yeadon by fact checker obfuscation, although past attempts have been less half-hearted. This time, Reuters called Yeadon an anti-vax proponent who, quote, has made unfounded claims, unquote. Relying on an entity that calls itself, quote, Median's Health Desk, a group of public health scientists working to tackle medical misinformation online, unquote, the Reuters fact check addresses Yeadon's statements on asymptomatic spread, variants, the COVID-19 vaccine, and its use in pregnancy. The article's concluding verdict tries to claim that, quote, infected but symptom-free people can spread the coronavirus. Vaccinated people are better protected but not 100% immune. Research shows that COVID-19 vaccines are safe and effective for adults and pregnant women, unquote.
And that almost sounds logical because Von Helton doesn't believe that. He would rather believe some alternate reality story that he read online. But anyways, let's move ahead. Let's get out of this shit. Let's get out of the weeds here, folks.
I know you're out there. You're in hiding, but you won't get too far. Anybody remember that song?
The guy is just a nonstop Schwann's machine, folks.
Yeah, wanted to repeal the Second Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. Let's see if I can pull that up. Let's see if Google will actually let me pull that up. Because if they don't, I've got other browsers I can use. Dear. Let's see here.
So as Vaughn tries to figure out how to work Google, let's skip ahead.
And from Jeb Bush, no less. All right, would you please get over there and lay down? You're gonna get hit. You're gonna get caught in them rollers, man, and it ain't gonna be fun. You're gonna yelp. Trust me. Outdoor Limited has ammo for sale. Well, good. There you go. There you go. Outdoor Limited has ammo for sale. You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first, boys and girls.
It's like an endless fucking plastic bowl of Schwann's. Just doesn't end.
So I did find where Obama was talking about wanted to repeal the Second Amendment, and he wanted to do it through executive order of all things. Wow. And like I said, that article was by Jeb Bush of all people. So yeah, Obama used Sandy Hook as a catalyst to attempt to repeal the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. For real. And you heard it straight out of Jeb Bush.
I'm just a nice little man. I'm a communist.
Not amazing.
Mothra J donated $3. Vaughn's toenails are proof there are worse terrorists than the Taliban.
Yeah, those toenails, man. Woo. Yeah, those are, that's some scary real shit right there. Thank you very much.
Isn't that amazing? Well, George Sanford, 1963. I think you've proven to us that you're a little bit disingenuous in regards to you know, your situation there. So yeah, that's very fascinating. Very fascinating. Let's see, what are you, and where are you?
Oh God, Vaughn, come on.
I mean, if I'd have gotten banned for defending, you know, the Second Amendment or something like that, man, you know, that would have been, yeah, that would have been awesome. But no, banned for being a Trump supporter. What the fuck, man? That's just sad, you know. You know, that's just sad. That's just sad, man. Oh well. Let's see where we're at here. That's interesting. What do you hear? You hearing something?
How long is this? Look, how long is this? Either he's eating or he's like this, trying to find something in his fucking screen. Like, what the fuck? Come on, give me something to work with here.
What roundel this is? Anybody know? I know what roundel that is before I tell you.
There he is, back in the screen. Nose in. Look at that fucking.
F4A. Anybody know? It's French. S'il vous plaît.
You know what? We can't end it like this, folks. Not like this. Not like this, folks. I got something in the reserve. This is going back a little bit. Not too far back, but just back. This is when VONHELTON was first disillusioned when he felt that Will Kincaid and the crew had turned on him. You know I always got a plan B, folks. You always have to have a plan B. Let's end on a high note. He mad. He mad in this one.
Oh, there we go. I don't know if my stuff is working or not. No idea. Ah, there we go. Says live. The little red sign says we are live, we are live, we are live, and it is so. And here I am once again to brighten your day. Kentucky's governor has issued 12 bullet points for the release of the Kentucky citizenry to go back to normal. And so now, instead of getting out at the end of April, it looks like we probably won't get out of this crap until the end of May. I suspect that many of the people in the state of Kentucky will probably balk at that idea. Just saying. But anyway. But yeah, just thought I'd share. Well, Vaughn, you left Facebook and you was gone for a while. Why did you come back? I came back solely donated and only $5 because every stinking place I went, log in with your Facebook. Do this with your Facebook. Do that with your Facebook. Let's have your Facebook. You know, Facebook. Everywhere I went, literally everywhere I went, you know, Facebook. I'm like, oh my God, you know. So I created a very simplistic Facebook account, and that's what this is for. And that's only what it's for. There will not be a bunch of personal information. I learned that the hard way. The last time I put personal information on my Facebook, a bunch of people on the internet thought they'd be cute and destroy my finances, destroy my marriage, and drive my wife insane. Not only that, but they got my kids abused too. My kids, when I got my kids back, they all had night terrors. If you don't know what night terrors is, Google it. So, yeah. So, no, I won't be putting personal information on this ever again. I wished I could turn back time and realize that people are on the internet are fucking evil. I wished I could realize that. Because if I could, I would have never put any information about me ever
on the internet. I would have never accepted any gifts because, see, when you accept a gift from somebody, what do they want? They got to have your address to send it to, mail it to you, right? Then they got you because then they got your address. Then it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to get your phone number after that. And so, yeah, anybody that's stupid enough to put personal information on the internet needs to have their damn head examined. I lost my marriage, guys. I lost my wife. She was literally driven insane. She ended up in a mental institution down in Middlesboro, Kentucky, for real. This is what people do on the internet. They're bored, so they drive people insane. And they destroy people's marriages. There's a person on YouTube called G-Man. What are people doing to him? They're getting him fired from his job. Now, luckily, his boss just happened to see a video they made where they was all laughing and cutting up about it. And so the boss seen that video and gave him his job back. But this is what people do, okay? This is what people do. And so I wish that I could turn back time and I would never put any information out ever about anything. I dare say I probably wouldn't even been on the internet that much, to be honest. Knowing what I know now, knowing that there's a group of assholes out there whose sole lot in life was to destroy me, had I known that, I would have probably never even went on the fucking internet if I'd have had advanced knowledge of it. But, you know, everything happens for a reason, even the bad shit. And I know that the gods that I serve now are the real deal and they're going to make things right. But it's just the idea of it. I mean, a young girl's life is totally fucking destroyed. Right now, as we speak, this young girl believes that her boyfriend is John Connor from the Terminator movies, and that her children she has with him are going to save us from the rise of the machines. Isn't that neat? Isn't that wonderful? She hears voices in her head telling her to kill my kids and me. And she hears these voices often. And people are saying, well, she's on medication. I don't care how much medication she's on. It only takes 1 second. That's all it takes. All right? Maybe not even a second. Maybe even just a split second. But it don't take long, man. It don't take long. But anyways, yeah, I just, if you're wondering why I'm back, now you know. I'm here because everywhere I went, man. Log in with your Facebook. Do this with your Facebook. Do that with your Facebook. Have you got a Facebook? Can we verify you through your Facebook? Facebook. And I just got tired of it. So I created a new Facebook account. And yeah, so there we are. That's the reason. That's the purpose. So, well, Vaughn, you can sue all these people that have destroyed your life and get millions of dollars. Well, the lawyer gets most of that. You know that. But I guess I would get a pretty penny from it. I don't know. I guess I would. But the thing of it is that going to bring my marriage back? Is that going to bring back all the fun times that me and Andrea had before the fucking trolls intervened? Hello, Kenny KPZ. I'm looking at you, bitch. No, it won't bring it back. The best I can hope for is to punish these people so badly that they never, ever do this to anyone ever again. That's the best I can hope for. That's the best I can hope for. And this thing's jerking like a son of a bitch. I don't know what the hell's wrong, but it's jerking bad. I hope that doesn't translate out into the actual live. And anyways, that's pretty much it. I just thought I'd tell you why I'm back. Not that you give a shit, because most of you don't. And the bitch of it is that it was so-called loving Christians that brainwashed Andrea the most. Oh, Andrea, you need to become a Christian. Oh, Andrea, you need to find you a good Christian man. Now you say, well, how do I know this? Because they done it to me. Done it to me, too. Oh, Vaughn, you need to come back to Christianity. You need to stop being a pagan and come back to Christianity. Why? Why would I go back to a God that killed 2 of my sons and destroyed 2 of my marriages? Why in the fuck would I ever go back to a God like that? Are you nuts? Are you fucking insane? And let me tell you something. Those Luciferian Satanists were very adamant. They didn't do it. They did not do it. Pagans didn't do it.
Left-hand pathers didn't do it. Occultists didn't do it. No, it was good old Jehovah. Just like back in the day when he hardened Pharaoh's heart. He said he did that, not the devil. The devil did not harden Pharaoh's heart, Christian. Go back and read the story again. God hardened Pharaoh's heart. So, and of course, the dead children and the destroyed marriages is just the tip of the iceberg as far as Christianity and how wonderful Christianity has been to me. Because I could stay here all night talking about that shit, but I'm not going to, because I'm not gonna bore you to death. Suffice it to say though that if there's a will, there's a way, and there is definitely the will. And now it seems there is the way. So at the very least, I'll get to sue the shit out of all these motherfuckers that destroyed my marriage and ruined Andrea's life, ruined my life. Because I mean, my life is ruined. I mean, it really is. You think I could ever get a job or start a business now? No, it's too much hate on the internet. Because the first place people is going to go is where? They're going to go to the fucking internet, aren't they? Yeah, they're going to go to the internet. They're going to see all this fucking hate on the internet, and they ain't going to want nothing to do with me. I mean, would you want somebody to build a computer for you that supposedly had raped his wife and beat his kids and all this other stupid shit they accuse me of? No, you're not going to hire that person for a dog catcher, let alone anything else. So they ruined my life. They destroyed me financially. I am completely and utterly destroyed financially. And wow, that's a bright ass background. Holy shit. But yeah, they destroyed me financially. So I'm going to destroy them financially. Turnabout's fair play, right? Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to destroy them financially. It's going to happen. It will happen, folks. It's going to be glorious too. Like I said, though, it won't bring my marriage back or anything of that nature. But and the lawyer and the system will probably get most of the money. But hopefully, it will deter people in the future from doing shit like this to someone's family. Although, in retrospect, I doubt it. But we're going to find out. Maybe, just maybe, I can sue these fuckers enough to where that it registers up here that they should have never, ever messed with somebody's family. That's just, when I was growing up in the 60s and 70s, all right, it was like an unwritten law. You don't fuck with family. You don't fuck with kids. You don't fuck with somebody's wife. You got a beef with me, you deal with me. You don't go after my wife. You don't go after my kids. It was just not done. And anybody that did do that ended up getting dragged back behind a building somewhere and had the shit beat out of them. That's how we did it in the 60s and 70s. Now, see, unfortunately, this is 2020 and everybody's a bunch of fucking pussies. Because a bunch of concerned citizens should have took Kenny KPZ once they found out who he was. They should have took his ass back behind a building and beat the ever-loving dog shit out of him when he made that video, Dear VONHELTON and Andrea. And then word would have gotten around to his buddies, hey, don't do shit like that. Don't do stupid shit like that. That's what should have happened. And if that had happened, here we are 10 years later, none of this shit would have happened. None of this would have happened. None of it. I'd still be married. We'd have our 6 kids by now. I'd probably have my own house by now. Things would have progressed. But, like I said, everything happens for a reason. Even the bad shit. So, I'm hopeful that when I take these people to court and I sue them into fucking oblivion, then that will be a lesson to other assholes on the internet. Hey, don't fuck with somebody's wife. Don't fuck with their kids. You got a beef, you come to me. And hopefully that will register up here after I throw a few people in prison and sue the dog shit out of them. That's what I'm hoping. Now, whether that actually happens or not, we'll see. But one thing is for sure, I'm going to sue the dog shit out of them. And then if there's any criminal charges, I'm going to have them bound over to a grand jury so that they can go to fucking jail after that. That is going to happen. Now, to what extent and to how many people am I going to get a hold of? I don't know yet. Ain't got that all figured out yet. But one thing I do know is that I am going out. I'm just going full fucking bore on this shit. You're going to wish to God you never knew my name if you're one of my haters. You're going to wish to God you never knew my name. And I mean that shit. I absolutely mean that shit. Just plotting to destroy someone's family, destroy their finances, destroy their marriage, drive their wife insane. And what was Andrea's crime? Oh, there was none. The only thing Andrea did was come up here and be a wife and a mother for me. That's it. That was her horrible crime, is that she had babies with me. Oh my God, that's just so terrible. Isn't that just terrible, folks? That's just so terrible, isn't it? And now she's fucking lunatic fringe, as the song used to go back in the 70s. We had a song back in called Lunatic Fringe. Look it up. Man, that jerking on the video is horrible. I hope that ain't showing up out in the live. Damn. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, though, it was the Christians. See, let me remind you, Christians, of something. It's called a Bible. You might have heard of it. And when you approached Andrea and you destroyed my marriage, you just fucked all over your Bible. You know why? Because your Bible says that what God hath put together, let no man meaning man or woman, let no man put asunder. You have literally shat in the face of your own Bible and your own God. Because God says that He is the person that puts people together in a marriage. He does. Especially people that are equally yoked like me and Andrea were. She was a Wiccan. I was a pagan. We were equally yoked. So when you drove her into Christianity, or a false sense of Christianity, because I know you don't really give two shits about her. You don't. It was just to destroy the marriage. But anyway, once you drove her into Christianity, you destroyed something that, according to your own Bible, God Himself put together. So do you really think, Christian, that you're going to go to heaven after destroying something that God put together and literally shitting in His face? No. No fucking way in hell are you going to heaven. No way. I don't give a damn what you think. I'm post-trib, pre-trib, mid-trib, whatever the fuck. Doesn't matter what particular brand of Christian you are. You just fucked all over God and the Bible. So no, you're not going to heaven. No fucking way. No fucking way. What God hath joined together, let no man or woman put asunder. That's what your Bible says. And you notice that that's not a suggestion, motherfucker. That's a command. That is a command from your God. What God hath put together, let no man put asunder. There is no conditions there. There is no condition. Well, if they're pagan, we can fuck them over anyway. No, that's not in there. I defy you to show me the scripture. No, it's not there. So any Christian that has participated in the destruction of my marriage and the driving of Andrea insane, you are going to split hell wide open. It doesn't matter what type of Christian you are going to hell. Well, Von Help, I believe in once saved, always saved. I don't give a damn what you believe, because that Bible trumps whatever you believe. And that Bible says that if you fuck over God and what God has put together, you are going to hell. For real. Sorry. Maybe you need to become a pagan. We don't have a hell. Well, not the hell like you got anyway. So, so yeah. So good luck with that, Christians. For those of you that believe in that sort of thing. Good luck with that. That should be very interesting. I wish I was a fly on the wall. If and when JC really does return. Won't that be interesting? You destroyed this man's marriage. We know where you're going. That's the words to say. And it sure ain't heaven. These Christians that listen to the fucking pastor instead of reading the Bible for themselves really do themselves a disservice. You really ought to crack that Bible open more and read it for yourself. You really should. But whatever. Oh, but Vaughn, we were so concerned. Well, we were happy until you all fuckers intervened. We were happy. Every day was filled with laughter and joy. Literally. Until the fucking trolls stepped in. We used to finish each other's sentences. I would start a sentence, she would finish it. Or she would start a sentence and I would finish it. You guys destroyed that. You guys took that away from me.
It's called cabin fever. She was your hostage. The dank, dark FEMA trailer, folks. He's so upset he can barely eat.
That's not right. It's not right. I think your children should be taken from you. I think your marriage should be taken from you. I think your wife should be driven insane. But that's not up to me. Luckily for you. Because if it was up to me, it would have already happened a long time ago. This shit sure as hell wouldn't have drug out for no 10 years either if I was a deity. Guarantee that shit. It'd have been over in about 5 minutes. But as I stated earlier, hindsight's always 20/20. So shit happens. And we gotta move the fuck on, right? Yeah. Well. As bad as this is jerking around, it probably didn't even take. So I will end it at this point and see how badly it's jerking. Because it's jerking real bad on my end. So, I don't know. Is there something up here I'm supposed to have allowed?
It's jerking bad on his end, folks.
Shit. Alright, let me end this and check and see how bad the video is jerking.
All right, folks. You know what? I think for tonight, that's where we're going to end it. We're going to end it tonight on that note, folks. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me this evening for another fabulous romp through the weirdo wonderland that we call the internet. For those of you out there who may be interested or inclined, or if you're maybe just bored over the weekend, you might want to check out the interview I did with End the Drug War Today. Gabe is an interesting fellow, let me tell you. It's different. It's not for the faint of heart. But folks, let's call it a night. And not goodbye, but until next time. Have a good day and a better tomorrow. Peace.